In today's video, it's all about how to set up speakers in the right way to get the most out of them and have a nice and balanced stereo image. There's one annoying thing I have to take care of today before heading to the studio. At least the sun is shining, it's really nice. Just look at this, this is pure magic. Really a nice day. If there's anything that makes a day like this even greater, it's going to the dentist. Wish me a lot of luck. Wasn't too bad, really quick, just 20 minutes, quick check, everything is kind of alright. I got 4 more new appointments. Now a quick lunch break and then solving a problem that I have with my speakers. So let me try and explain the problem with my speakers. These are the Yamaha HS80M. These are really good entry-level speakers for small production studios, home studios. They also have a smaller version, the HS80, I think H5 or something like that. The price is extremely fair. I really like them, and the problem isn't really with the speakers. I just hear the sounds a little bit more from the left than from the right. For example, usually when I listen to a kick, it should be right here underneath of the LG logo, right in the middle. I also marked here the sweet spot of the studio. That's where I'm sitting in front with my belly. And right now the sound seems more to come from here instead of here. And this is really annoying. I actually just realized when I was 2 days ago in Justus' studio and I had a couple of percussions panned in my mix and they all seemed to come from the wrong positions. So I went back here, checked it again, also checked it with the meter. If I put something in mono or the meter shows left and right at the same level, it was still coming a little bit more from the left side. Right now I honestly don't know what it is, so let's go through all of the options. I think without a doubt, setting up speakers, the most important is symmetry. Have both of the speakers the same distance from the sweet spot, all of them in a triangle. Try to get all sides equally long. So the distance between the speakers should be also your distance to the speakers. You can vary your own distance to the speakers by a little bit to the back or front, but you should definitely keep the distance between you and both of the speakers equally long, otherwise your stereo image will be messed up. I always put a mic stand here at the sweet spot and then I even measure it out. Okay, let's check if it's the same distance. Yeah, it's exactly the same distance. Now the next thing to check is if the cones are on ear level. The top tweeters should be exactly on ear level, which is also definitely the case. So next up, getting the angle right from the speakers to me. They have to be tilted a little bit in so that they are both facing directly on my ears. You don't want a triangle to have like the top right in front of you. You want actually to have both of the triangle sides hitting your ears and have like the point where they meet right behind you. But that's extremely detailed, because usually just moving around will change all of this and you're not sitting still for the entire day. But it's good to know where the sweet spot is, so if you make critical mixing decisions, you can just move into the sweet spot and listen very carefully. Getting this angle right is something I do with my eyes. I close one, I can barely see the side of the one speaker, and do the same for the other one, and this way I know they're both facing me the same way. Yeah, that's also definitely all correct. So let's check out the next option. I probably should have checked that first, but on the back of the speakers you have a volume knob. It's here right in the middle. You can also feel it if it just clicks into the spot. This is also true for the right speaker. It's set to the exact level. By the way, also check your EQ settings. If you mess them up, have them differently on one speaker, you will have a weird sound. I still don't know what it is. Like, I checked the position, the settings on the back. Everything is as it should be. The only option that I can think of is now just to go into the software of the sound card and see if there's anything messed up. This right here is Mastro. That's a software by Duet. It's a piece of crap, But let's go into the mixer view. It's all here set right. You can't even change the level of one of the sides. They're locked. It's definitely not the software. It's also not the sound card. It shows here like the equal amount of levels on both sides. I still don't really know. I checked the software, checked the position, I checked everything, and I didn't also change anything about the speakers or any of the settings. It also can't be the logic update. This doesn't make any sense. The only thing that it could be, and this would be like extremely weird, I have here the record player since a couple of weeks, and also this mixer standing here from the time where I was like recording samples to use on one of my tracks, and it's right in the pathway of the speaker. So both of this could like interfere with whatever I'm hearing from the speaker. There's definitely just one way to find out. Okay, now comes the moment of truth. I think it's gone. I think this was really it. Even surprising me that something just on the desk can change the sound by so much, actually. Yeah, it's really gone. So that's actually how much difference just small things can have that are not happening on both sides. This entire studio is like acoustically treated, so it seems like even if you just leave something on the desk, it changes the sound. All of this is really highly absorbing material, even the ceiling, the back wall, all of it. So the sound is extremely good in here, and I can hear the stereo image pretty good, but these things on the desk really changed it. And to be honest, for normal listeners, probably not even noticeable, but I really panned a lot of things in my track 2 or 3% to the side, although the software was telling me something else because I heard it differently. Actually, as you might already have been able to hear, I'm again on the fault track, not working on it, really not. I just opened the project to render out the pre-master file. So getting rid of the limiter and also on the analyzer, which doesn't do anything anyways, and having like 3 or 4 dB of headroom, and getting the final version now for the mastering guy. Now just this has to finish, and there is nothing I can change anymore about the track. Tomorrow, no actually in 2 days, I have the appointment with the mastering engineer. I will of course take you with me, show you everything that has to do with the mastering process. It's quite interesting. The guy that is doing the mastering is one of the best mastering engineers that I know, and he has a really nice, amazing, cool studio with a lot of outboard gear, and he's doing it, I think, for over 20 years, so definitely something you shouldn't miss. You know, actually another advantage of not having the record player anymore here, I can again move my table really and have access to the keyboard, which is just perfect timing to start with the next track. All done with producing music for today. I couldn't really come up with a new idea that I really liked. Made 2 like small little projects. I think I would just have to keep on making new ones at the beginning of next week. If there's one thing we definitely learned today is don't have anything in between you and your speakers. It could affect the sound. And by the way, tomorrow it's about time to give away these headphones. Heading back home, time to enjoy the rest of the evening, relax a bit, recover, and just get back fresh tomorrow here to the studio. Just back at home, got dinner for tonight, and I was looking forward to change the light box in the back to snack-free day number 9, but it seems like Vanessa changed it. And I have to say, in my opinion, this just looks super clean. I don't know what she has, but her standards are way different than mine, but for me, this is clean. Probably for you as well.